All right, we got a big elimination chamber coming up. John Cena's last chamber match. Will Cody Rhodes accept the Rock Soul? Let's check out more.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
All right, we here at the Red Carpet Ring. We'll talk about Elimination Chamber 2024 final predictions. We gonna talk about possible spoilers for Elimination Chamber PLE coming up March 1st. Let's get the lights as we come into the ring, and let's hear more about this PLE coming up.
Have been official. Everybody qualified. Seth being the last to qualify for the men's. Roxanne the last to qualify for the women's. And this is after the episode with WWE Raw. Seth Rollins and Roxanne Perez win the final Elimination Chamber spots. Now, the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to go over not only who's going to win, I'm going to go over who are the first two to enter the chamber, the first elimination, and the Iron Man or Iron Woman / MVP of the Elimination Chamber. So let's go over the men's first. I will say this before we get to who I think is going to win. Spoke about this before. Some of you guys already know who my pick is. But let's go over the first in the chamber, first two in the chamber. I'm predicting to kick off this elimination chamber for the men's. The first two to enter the chamber will be Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. Due to entrance theme, Seth Rollins got a good entrance theme. They bring the tempo of the chamber. Damian Priest will be in there for the big man. It could be the first two to kick it off. Seth will have a long entrance with the sing-along. Damian Priest will be in there, get his feet wet in the chamber. So I think that'd be a good way to kick this off. So those two I see bringing the fire to the chamber, kicking it off. And maybe, you have Cena and Punk will be the last two, then Logan will be the fourth, and maybe Drew the third. But that's just, a prediction there. Educated guess, I should say. Now, for my first elimination inside the chamber, the first person to get pinned or submitted, Damian Priest. If you think about all six men in the chamber, Damian is the least to win this. I mean, CM Punk, good chance for the going for the WWE title. Cena, of course, it's his last farewell tour, 17 title. Drew already, had interaction with Cody. Seth already said that, he wants to go for the WWE title. Logan and Damian are the least to go for this title. And Logan, he already faced Cody Rhodes last year at, at Clash at the Castle, I believe. He already faced Cody for a WWE title last year, or what other PLE it was. But Damian is the least to win at anything out of it. He has the least to gain. So I expect him to be eliminated first. Now, for the Iron Man or the MVP for the chamber, Logan Paul. Logan Paul, we know he has very good moments in WWE. He had the spot with Ricochet, 2 years ago at the Royal Rumble. He's a good high flyer. He can move whether you like Logan or not. He has some very good moments. He is a high flyer, very good one. He definitely can do something very, very unforgettable spot in the Elimination Chamber. He got something that we'll talk about, something that the fans will remember. Something that the fans will remember, and something it'll be in their mind to think about whatever spot he does. So I got Logan Paul for that. Now, of course, my prediction to win the whole Elimination Chamber for the men's, no other than John Cena. John Cena's chasing the 17th title. Last Elimination Chamber match for him. He's on limited dates. He got the tour right now. It's either now or never for John Cena. He will go on to face Cody. Now, I don't expect him to win at WrestleMania, but it'll be a good chase for the title. Good way to chase the 17th title. And it'll be the same title that John Cena's held 13 times. He held the WWE Championship more times than anybody in history. Him and Cody would be a great match for WrestleMania 41. Now that we know that reportedly The Rock is out of the picture for WrestleMania. And Logan and Roman Reigns will not be challenging Cody. But come on, let's be serious. But that's my predictions for who entered the chambers first. first elimination, MVP Iron Man, and who wins the whole chamber. Let's move on to the women's elimination chamber. Now here, same as the men, same format. Who's the first two to enter the chamber? First elimination, Iron Woman or MVP, and who wins it all. I will say out of six women, this is a very good chamber matchup for these women. It's very, unique. There's no, if you notice, there's no big woman in this match. No tall big woman. You'll see a someone like Raquel or someone like a Charlotte, maybe a Charlotte Flair-esque type. A tall. But other than that, the first two I see entering the women's chamber, Alexa Bliss and Naomi. Naomi, she's known to enter the women's elimination chamber first, second, or third. And I know last year Elimination Chamber 2024 in Perth, she was actually the first woman eliminated. Alexa Bliss, the fans are still in awe of her returning. I think that dark character will bring something good with the intro for the women's elimination chamber. Will be Naomi. Sorry, Naomi. It'll be just like last year. Naomi did not, go did not go far in the women's elimination chamber last year. She was the first one eliminated. I think the same thing will happen again. She'll be good to kick off the chamber, but she won't be there long. And Naomi she really has no reason to go after the women's world championship, for Rhea's title on Raw. So I don't expect her to. She'll be the first one out of there. Alexa could be a shocker, but more like I think Naomi. Now the Iron Woman and MVP of the match, I would say Alexa or Roxanne. It's one of those two. Roxanne had a great Royal Rumble. Being a runner to Charlotte Flair, who won the Women's Royal Rumble. Alexa Bliss, she actually competed in the first Women's Elimination Chamber and won and retained her then Raw Women's Championship, which is now known as the WWE Women's Championship. So Alexa Bliss got some good moments. I can see her duplicating that again. First Elimination Chamber back since she returned to WWE. So that's who I have in mind. Now, who do I have women winning the Women's Elimination Chamber as a whole? It was a tough one. It came down to Bianca Belair or Bayley out of all these six women. I got Bayley. Bayley and Rhea Ripley. It's like they got a score to settle, Bayley just got to Monday Night Raw. She just got there. I know she was feuding with Roxanne Perez and all that stuff there too. I understand that as well. But I will see her getting the clear advantage over Bianca to win. For some reason, I just don't see Bianca winning this one because Bianca, she's currently a women's tag team champion. She's currently the women's tag team champion. We have to keep that in mind. And we know that Bianca and Naomi, they kind of ruffled some feathers with Liv and Raquel. And they got this whole Jade Cargill storyline who attacked. They're still trying to find out, answers of why Raquel and Liv was at the scene. And they're still going through that as we saw demonstrated in this episode of Raw. But I do not see Bianca winning. She has a lot going on, and I think it'll distract her from winning. If it weren't for that, I probably would put her ahead of Bayley. It could very well be the case there. You just never know sometimes. So we gotta remember that it was, it was a lot of tension on Monday Night Raw. A lot of tension there. We saw that Bianca was not playing around with Liv. We saw that. They was ready to bring it on as they had those costumes on. So we definitely see that. But the thing about it is, when it comes down to it, Bianca has too much going on. And it will make sense to give it to Bayley. Look how she stared at the Women's World Championship with Rhea Ripley. That right there gives me a reason that she wants that title. And Bayley, we know Bayley, once she set her mind up, she'll do it. Not to say Bianca don't, Bailey's focused, 100%. She's focused. And Roxanne and Alexa's not going to win. Liv, the same boat with Naomi and Bianca. Liv, Naomi, and Bianca, they all in that tag team title, Jade Cargill story. Those three you could take out. Alexa just came back. I would say no. It would come down to Bailey. Bailey makes sense. So I see Bailey. She's going to chase Rhea, go after the title. And I see her win the chamber. She will win the chamber and go to WrestleMania 41. And she's a member of Raw now. Other than that, I have Bailey winning that. And that's all I have for who's going to win the men's and women's Elimination Chamber matches. You guys let me know what you think. Who you got for the men's? Who you got for the women's? Who comes in first? Who's eliminated first? All of that. And also notate too, the last person to be eliminated before the winners, CM Punk for the men's before John Cena wins. And for the women's, I would say Bianca Belair gets pinned. Or Roxanne. No, Roxanne already was runner-up. Roxanne, Bianca or Liv will be the runner-up. Will be last eliminated before the winner for Elimination Chamber. But that's all I have, guys. You guys let me know what you think. Soon to videos and pop-up, guys. You guys click the links below. Until then, you guys, you're going to talk about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They have an unsanctioned match. You know, Kevin Owens attacked Sami Zayn after losing the Elimination Chamber qualifying match to CM Punk. He's mad at Sami Zayn was there for him when needed in the Royal Rumble ladder match against Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship KO. This match between these two, that's gonna be a good question. Who wins? I will say when it comes down to it, Sami Zayn I got winning. Mostly for unsanctioned matches in history, they normally have the babyface win because technically unsanctioned match is not in the record books for those who did not know that. If you look it up to 2002 SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels Triple H unsanctioned match, Shawn Michaels the babyface won. 2008 Unforgiven, Shawn Michaels vs Chris Jericho unsanctioned match. Same match, Chris Jericho won the world title later that night. Shawn Michaels babyface once again. It'd be very weird if they have KO win unsanctioned match in order for a babyface match. But that's my take on that. Let's get on to the next match of the show. The predictions. We got a tag team match, Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton, Trishy and Tiffy time versus Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. You know, this been going for weeks on SmackDown. Anytime Candice LeRae and Nia Jax get their hands on Tiffany and jump her, Trish come and save her, but Nia Jax also gets the Trish Stratus. My prediction for this, I see Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus winning, and that will head to WrestleMania, give the champion Tiffany Stratton a win, and to the biggest show of the year. She actually prepares for Charlotte Flair. All right, let's get to another part. We got here the women's Elimination Chamber match. Roxanne Perez versus Bayley versus Naomi versus Alexa Bliss versus Liv Morgan versus Bianca Belair. Whoever wins gets to challenge Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. This is a tough one. Like I said before, if I had to narrow it down, came down to Bianca and Bayley. I know that Bianca and Naomi are no longer the women's tag team champions, but somehow I will say that I still got my money on Bayley. If not Bianca Belair, I think Bayley's gonna win this one. They already teased her going off, you know, facing Rhea Ripley for her title. Let's get on to other things on the show. And of course, we got to talk about this here. Cody Rhodes has to respond to The Rock. He has to answer to Rock's answer. Will Cody Rhodes be The Rock's corporate champion as he requested? You know, will he give his soul to The Rock? My guess, Cody Rhodes says no. Rock will attack him or have him attacked by someone else. Cody Rhodes will pay for the consequence later on. And last but not least, we got the men's Elimination Chamber match. We have Damian Priest versus Logan Paul versus Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk versus John Cena. Um, I would say since CM Punk have come down to those two, I will say at the end of the day, Cena, this is final Elimination Chamber. He has to go. He has to have a big match for a title to get the 17th title. John Cena will win the men's Elimination Chamber, and others will have their matches as follows. Well, other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for the Elimination Chamber, and these are the matches following.
All right, that's all I have for Elimination Chamber 2024 final predictions. Who's going to win both men's and women's Elimination Chambers? The whole breakdown on that and all the other matches. You guys let me know, who are you rooting for? Check out the content here on the channel. Until then, you already know what it is. It's OUT.